Hello everybody, welcome back to Give a Muscle YouTube channel, where in this live stream and video, if you're watching as a catch up, hit the like button and subscribe. Gotta hit the like button and subscribe. I don't know what that was. That was like button and subscribe Tourette's. We're checking out AMS2 update, first impressions. It is 11:35 PM. The update came out 30 minutes ago. Nipples crossed that it's all working. We will go through what's in the update, and then we will do some test driving with subscribers, hopefully. Of course, hello Sal. Let's get on the screen here. Hello. So, Reza basically recently they laid out a thing about what they're going to do with the updates, how they're going to do the updates. And that there'll be a beta on Wednesdays and then the update on the Friday. In this last update, they've added Puma P052 to the GT5 class, added new Juarez layout, no center chicane. I think that's what track is that? You know which track it is. They've changed the UI, fixed UI stuff, physics and force feedback. Reduced wheel contact factor in all open wheels, reducing chances of cars launching into the air with minor contact. That could be quite handy. Loads of independent detachable parts. They've added different bits and bobs there. Added alpha to coverage for all foliage shaders. You know, it seems to be like more of a sort of general bits and bob polish update, but apparently lots of people have been telling me that the force feedback has improved, and also the most noticeable thing is the UI. So what I'm going to do is I'll start a multiplayer session, and hopefully people can join in. We could just see if it's different in that. Hello Uncle, hello Mark P, hello Wag1. How's it going, guys? Let's create a new session. Hopefully some people can get in with this. We'll probably have some Australians joining us. Host settings. All this is still the same, so let's just call this Game of Muscle. I think the biggest thing for me with Automobilista 2, I don't know if they fixed it or not, but just the netcode issue that we're having at the moment is probably the biggest thing for gameplay. Other than that, anything else is just nice tweaks, you know. Password is T. So what vehicle should we go for? Nice little warm-up vehicle would be good. Oh, this GT5 car, that was fun. So that's new, I think. Looks like a rip-off of a Lotus Elise or something. Hello Ray Cobbling. Hello Robin DG. Oh, that's fun. Looks like a McGann trophy. I might try this out. Have I driven this sprint race car before? I'm not sure. I mean, stock cars could be quite good. Let's do the stock car because it's a good benchmark. Like, I know what this handled like before. So let's select that. Just 5 laps, super sprint stuff here. That's alright, let's confirm that. Qualifying. Yeah, that'll do. It's 15 minutes. Oh, we'll try the sprint cars afterwards then. 24 slots, okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll try that afterwards. Let's give this a go. Do Donington, I think. No, well, actually, a good track for testing. Silverstone's really good for testing, but it's not in here. Oh, Virginia International Raceway, that's a good one. Especially the short circuit. Might do that. Good tracks in this simulator. Oulton Park. Let's go for it. Can't go wrong. There you go. It's good testy track. And then they'll keep adding content to it, Amigstar. Right, let's start that off. See if anyone joins in. So, as I say, it's quite late, so I don't know how many people will join in. I might just start the server. Just get a drive in and see what happens. Your game isn't updated? Oh, there we go. These people are in. Billy Strange has joined us. Nice. Billy picked up Automobilista too. Right, there we go. People are coming in. I was surprised how many people are awake actually. I think it is worth getting, but I'm the type of person that buys all simulators, so it depends how sort of on the margin you are. I think if you're more like you just want to play stuff that's finished, at the moment, I would hold off. I mean, it's not bad value for money though, but you know, you've got like, in terms of most active simulators right now, you know, you're sort of on like AC, Original Assetto Corsa, Race Room, Assetto Corsa Competizione, iRacing, and R-Factor 2, I think is going to grow in popularity by the end of this year quite a bit. But, yeah, I mean, if I like this, and if they fix the netcode thing, we'll probably be doing quite a few sprint races and stuff with this. But, you know, it's always impossible to say. You know, people often go, should I buy this? It's like, well, I mean, I bought it, but you know, I buy every driving simulator that passes a certain level of fidelity, really. I don't know if I've got my control set up ready. It's different. I mean, I'm a big fanboy of Assetto Corsa. Like if you were to mix Project Cars 2, Automobilista 1, and Race Room, and then something else. You can't hear me. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. There you go. Different games, different volume levels. I've got it. There you go. I think I'm going to buy like a mixer, audio mixer. This game's a very loud game. You goon. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. Someone asked, this compared to AC. It's different. I prefer AC, handling force feedback, physics and stuff. This is like a mixture between Automobilista 2, Automobilista 1, Project Cars 2, and sort of Race Room and then something else. It's like... For me, as we said before, it's more about having the ability to create races, fun content, and to be able to race with people easily. That's a good thing. Like if you've got one or two friends that you want to do sim racing with, you want to race with AI in multiplayer, it's very easy to do that in this. I wouldn't say R-Factor 2 is king. I mean, there are aspects to R-Factor 2 that are good, but there's aspects to R-Factor 2 physics that are total garbage. So like low speed rotations and stuff are messed up in R-Factor 2. But there are, you know, R-Factor 2 at times has absolutely fantastic force feedback and physics and stuff. It's weird, because there's aspects to R-Factor 2 that I go, oh, that's way more realistic than AC, for example. And then other times you're racing it and it's like, well, that's just bollocks. That's totally bollocks. That's just not what cars do. And you kind of get that with all sims. So my thing with the Assetto, why I'm quite a big fanboy of Assetto Corsa is, it's like, I don't think the tyres... unnecessary. Like, I don't think aspects of it are completely realistic, but it's like, on balance, on average, the end drive approach in AC is the most realistic. How you can push the cars and the force feedback you get. So, but then again, if you were doing league racing in AC with longer races and you've got the pit stop stuff and you're relying on car setups and tyre temp strategies, then obviously you'd much prefer R Factor 2 because it does that kind of those aspects better from what I understand. And it's, R Factor 2 is really, really dependent on the car and how well the car's, like every sim is dependent on how well the car is made. But R Factor 2, I think because of the way its tyre model is calculated, just its nature, and R Factor 1 was a bit like this. Oh, shit, sorry. It's massively, massively dependent on the content in the game, and it can be very hit and miss. Whereas I find AC's very consistent from car to car. Like, a completely shit mod in AC is normally actually alright. Like, I mean, it's, there's better mods and worse mods, better cars, worse cars. But AC is very consistent across the board. I don't know what this shortcut is to show the telemetry on the HUD. Suspension feels a bit tighter in this update. Don't know if they've changed the suspension. Cars seem a little bit less bouncy. Yeah, Ace, I don't know why it's like people even debate it. If you're for force feedback for telling you what the car is doing, like if you want to know what the tyres are doing through force feedback, AC's force feedback is not even, it's incomparable to other simulators. If you want to know, like, can you push the accelerator more? If your fronts are understeering, if the rear's doing stuff, and like a really good like lead into it and everything, AC is unparalleled. R Factor 2 has really, really informative force feedback and really immediate force feedback that's faster in many ways. And more, I think R Factor 2's probably got more detailed force feedback in the sense of like force feedback frequency, like suspension, like update rate and stuff, and track texture and all that kind of things. And I would say actually R Factor 2, once you're going, when you're not going slowly, you can really feel what the car is doing through force feedback. But AC seems to give you all the information at high speed, low speed, mid speed, drifting. If that's what you want for force feedback. I know some people don't use force feedback for that. I don't care for it. Hey, goodbye, Porcupine. I do really like the raw. There is a rawness to R Factor 2 when you play it with a DD wheel set up really well. R Factor 2 has like a really raw, exciting kind of feel to it with the force feedback, which is quite nice as an experience. What do you mean by AC's tyre model isn't good? I mean, that's a very broad statement. In terms of end drive, AC's tyre model allows you to push cars in the most realistic way possible. Like in terms of how you approach driving, AC's tyre model is by far the most realistic in terms of what you do as a driver. But as I said, I don't think in terms of how the tyres necessarily warm up, and obviously it doesn't do different you know, other stuff. There's specific things it doesn't do well, but in sort of optimal conditions, whilst driving in a normal way, the approach that you do as a driver and how you respond to it. I mean, compare it to iRacing or whatever. I mean, as I say, R Factor 2, if you're driving a really good car in R Factor 2, and it depends on the speed of the cars. So if you know, R Factor 2 with like slower cars is really, really incredible. That's the thing, there's so many, the difference in content from sim to sim as well. Like, different sim engines handle different types of car better and worse than others. I think different people look for different things from force feedback though as well. So when you say best force feedback, some people are looking for, like, they just like the sort of more rumbly or more stronger force feedback. And if you're using a, it depends what wheels you're using. Yeah, I think ACC felt a lot better. I still don't think it feels as nice as AC, but it definitely seemed a lot better from when I had played it before. That's great, Jack Harrison. I've spoken to multiple real race drivers as well. You know. Hello there. Silverstone Sim Racing. Ooh, gotta be careful on the throttle there. Yeah, our Factor 2 tends to really pummel G20. I know quite a few people that broke their G25s with R Factor 2. R Factor 2 force feedback really does not like Logitech wheels because it's so abrupt. Hey, Robert Davies. Well, Jack, he might say that, but the approach to the approach that you have to drive in iRacing, the new tire model in iRacing, is a massive improvement on the previous one. But the fundamental approach in iRacing requires you to drive in a super, super timid way, which is just totally wrong. Unless you're the type of driver that drives like, you know, single turning and you drive into understeer, it's very apparent that iRacing's just not forgiving enough on the limit. Like, the controllable slip angles is not right in iRacing at all. It's just not right. That's just not what cars are like. You watch, right? There's been so many like top race drivers that normally wouldn't do sim racing that have gone into sim racing now because they kind of had to, because it's the only option. And you look at their videos. Oh, the tire wear is awful. Yeah, no, that's what I tell. Again, I'm only going to agree with people that agree with me. So, cognitive bias, man. Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, it's a fact. It's not even disagree or agree. It's a fact that the tyre temperature, tyre wear, some specific curbing stuff is not right in Assetto Corsa. That's just a fact. It's not. But for the context of having fun in a driving simulator and not using it as a, you know, to just drive and feel what it's like to drive 15-20 minute races, it's like, well, you know. But if you're doing sort of 40-minute, hour-long races and stuff, that's where it becomes a real problem. the fundamental approach to iRacing as a driver is just not right. And yeah, so a lot of these real world drivers are coming to it and pointing it out, and you know, with very clear examples. It's not a meme, Shumi. There's specific cars in iRacing. When we've been racing them, where you overheat the tyre, like you're getting a little slide or something, and then it's bollocks from then on. I don't know if it's every car, but we've definitely had it when we've been racing, where you have one slide, and then it's done. So maybe it is something that modders can fix. Well, I don't know about the F1 cars, so I hardly drive them, so yeah, maybe it doesn't apply to them. I don't know. But this is the thing. This is why I say as well. There's different cars in different sims. Like, so you can't just say, you can't just go, oh, R-Factor 2, shit, or you know, oh hello, Toby Silverstone, thank you. Thank you very much for that £5. That's super generous. Cheers. That's a box of Twinings all in my face. Yeah, so like if someone just says, oh, R-Factor 2 shit, it's like, well, what does that even mean? It's like, because the difference between, like, the Honda NSX in R-Factor 2 is incredible. There's a Porsche, the GT3 cars in R-Factor 2 are really, really nice. Like, there's a whole bunch of cars, like the Reza cars in R-Factor 2, and the force feedback can be absolutely bonkers on them. And then you have the aspect of, like, when you tie up the simulators to motion rigs and stuff, and, you know. And I would say, like, the Skip Barber in iRacing is really, really good. Like, it might not be, I don't know, for raw realism, but, you know, it's got that general slack in it. It kind of drives, like, road tyres. And then you've got stuff like, how well does a sim work with VR, other features and stuff. So just saying X-Sim is bollocks is not particularly useful, you know. I'm not swearing. You're mishearing what I'm saying. I know you're joking, Speed Force Sim Race, but R-Factor Pro is literally not a single thing. R-Factor Pro is just it's R-Factor 1 effectively, graphics engine, with whatever time model and physics engine people have then put into that graphics engine. And they might have even changed the graphics engine as well. It's just like a licensed, it's like a professional licensed version of the game that teams and stuff can put stuff into it. But a lot of them have moved away from R-Factor Pro now anyway, and they're using other stuff. It's not even that, Gašper. It's literally, it's G-Motor engine that's licensable for people to then do what they want with it. So there's versions of R-Factor Pro that were literally using R-Factor 1 physics. There's versions of R-Factor Pro that would have a bank of computers calculating whatever. There's versions of R-Factor Pro where it was driver in the loop component testing, so it'd have all these like ECU integrations and everything. It doesn't, R-Factor Pro doesn't really mean anything, is what I'm saying. Your ankle on your foot has been really angry. Which foot? Your right or left foot? Your ankle. If your ankle's sore, it's probably because your feet are too far backwards. So you need to, if your foot is too much like this, like resting upwards or too vertical, and if you're getting ache at the top of your ankle, then you need to tilt your pedals further forwards, so there's less verticality to your pedals. It might be that you need more verticality though. I'm not a physiotherapist, but I think the verticality of the pedals and rest it and straining your ankle is what will cause ankle pain. Boosted Media, hello. We're now in the Australian times. Yeah, no, I quite like Automobilista too. This is Oulton Park. Right, here we go. Joss is poning it. Oh, look how we've filled this up. Billy Strange is being Billy Slow. Hang on, we've got a graphic for that. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, by the way. And this is pretty late. Jesus Christ. the Wreckfest stream. Wreckfest does me in. I should just do commentary for Wreckfest. I think AMS2 is kind of a niche game, though. I mean, they've not marketed it. I think it's always like... It's like AMS1. It's a fantastic game. But I think it is quite a niche title. It's just how it is. Hang on, what's going on here? It's a 5-lap race, so... Well, we're all good, whatever. Bloody, I need to... Getting, like, noise from my... No. I don't think the netcode thing's fixed, though. I noticed in quali we hit someone without hitting them, so... That's alright, Jack. Well, Jack, you were agreeing with us about the F3 car. It's alright. As long as everyone agrees with me, it's fine. If you agree with me, you were saying that AC's got the most realistic tyre model for end drive, which is what I've said all along. It does. Everyone knows that. But I mean, so, you know, I've spoke with some real drivers that, you know, if they just drive, like, for example, a Mini or whatever, or they drive a Ginetta, or they drive whatever, it's like, well, if that car's not in a simulator, that, you know, and there might be specific cases where the car they happen to drive is just better simulated in a different simulator as well. Let's see what's going on here. Just get my wheel set up. Whoa, okay, we're going. We're going. New UI elements, look at that. And we've got enough lights on the screen there. Off we go. I think we need bigger place numbers. Well, there goes some drivers. I need to message the Reza devs and ask them to tweak the driver name thing. You don't need the... Yeah, the netcode's still broken. You don't need a number above the car, but the driver name's just small with the ping is really handy. Don't know why. Why would you have the driver number so big? Reza really like to know what position people are in. It feels like my force feedback's clipping mid-corner. Might need to tweak the force feedback. There's a lack of mid-corner detail at the moment. Most favourite sim of all time? I think on balance, AC is by far the best. I mean, it's not. That's not an opinion. It's a fact that as an all-round sim, AC is the best sim. You know, it's got like the most. It's like before AC, it would have been like R Factor or maybe like. Well, it would still have to be R Factor over Live for Speed in the past, because just because of mods, like. In terms of content, and obviously you've got the. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the physics and the tire model and stuff. But, you know, AC's got VR, the VR support, the mods. I'm not sure. I think my force feedback's clipping a bit, so I can't really say. The cars seem a little bit more stable. A little bit less bouncy, maybe. Feels like my the force feedback's clipping when I'm at full corner load. Well, what's really nice is, so with ACC, for example, it's really nice that as they keep developing it, it seems to be getting that it's handling more and more like Assetto Corsa. I mean, the last update, ACC handles way more like Assetto Corsa than it used to. Jimmy Turbo, 360 no-scope. Oh yeah, this is still a really twitchy car. I think it's less twitchy than it used to be. The force feedback in AC is probably the sort of fundamental end drive. I just use a single widescreen monitor. Audi's what, the Audi in ACC? I find all the cars pretty easy to drive now in ACC. None of them are like crazy. So the Porsches in ACC were mental. Well, Pimco, you must have it set up wrong. There's literally nothing unpredictable in AC. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't say there's anything unpredictable in most of the leading sims now, really. I mean, there's nothing unpredictable in ACC. Whoop. Like, it's all learnable quite easily, and there's a bit. So all the simulators have actually gone in the more realistic direction of having a bit of slack on the limit, like a bit of controllable slip that you can work with. You see, there's still the netcode issue. I don't know if it's just me as the host, but I just hit him and I didn't hit him, if that makes sense. This is a really hard track to drive if you haven't practiced it quite a bit. We've driven this quite a lot. Right now, ACC is a better sim to pick up if you had to pick between the two. Automobilista 2 is... Well, it depends, actually. If you want to just do racing with friends and have fun racing and different content, AMS2 is a better sim. You can also, as I was saying earlier, you can create a multiplayer session and fill it with AI, so you could have like 1 or 2 friends in it and then have AI and then see who can beat them. Best car in AC? I don't. Maybe that. It depends what you're talking about. If it's just for like racing, the Porsche RSR is really good for close racing. It's a pretty tight car, good fun. Actually, my favourite car in AC is probably the F2004 car. That's probably my favourite. I like the... I also... Ah, oh, bollocks. Thank you. It just saved me there. Thanks, Jimmy. That Maserati MC4, is it? I really like that. That's a really hard car to drive with that direct drive wheel. I quite like the MX-5 in AC. It's a bit boring, but it's, again, for close racing, can be quite fun. Yeah, I do. The Titan's it's a bit boring though, but yeah, you can have really fun racing on the right track. Jade Chamber, I don't think it does. So with AC, right? I've played AC with a G25, a T300, TSPC Racer, OSW, and the Fanatec DD wheel. And with all of them, I basically had the default settings, no extra road texture, 75% strength, and then, oh well, with the DD wheel I used the gyroscopic effect thing, the gyroscope option. That's it. It's like I don't understand some of the stuff with people. It's like this is what's happened with Automobilista 2. Some people are like, I have to do all this force feedback stuff. It's like, you what? Not really. Yeah, some people say that, Dom, but I don't. It might be for if people look out for certain things from the force feedback, or maybe in some cases. I mean, I have used other people's wheels where the wheels are slightly different from wheel to wheel just because of manufacturing. like I've used different, not so much with the G25, but I've used multiple G27s where there's quite a difference between them. I mean, not compared to the difference between the direct drive wheel and stuff, but if you know, compared to each G27, and I've used different T300s where they felt very different, even with the same settings. But they probably don't. The manufacturing tolerances probably aren't. You know, maybe they have to put. Maybe one has a slightly different motor in it or something. There we go, 3rd place. Strike! Yeah, so the one aspect of the Project Cars 2 tyre model that you do still have in Automobilista 2 is when you say you're turned in and you overdo too much throttle, and you go over the limit you get in that slide. That is actually that point of going over the how the tyres are once you've gone over that limit is the same with Project Cars 2. The rest of it is like, you know, all their weird settings and stuff. So this is the thing with ACC. I really like how forgiving that is. I think that's quite realistic. To me, that seems more realistic. Sour lemon of a car. Yeah, the netcode still isn't there. Whatever's causing it. Barkstar, it depends what thing you're talking about. See, in my mind, I would say, I think AC for just raw end drive. AC is the most realistic end drive simulator. Then I'd say R Factor 2, and then I'd say that there's specific cars in R Factor 2 that just seem way more realistic than specific cars in AC though. There's aspects to R Factor 2 that just seem way more realistic than other simulators. Just more. There just seems to be more depth to it in a sense. I mean, I would, to be honest, I would put like, I would put like iRacing really far down, because if you can't hold the car at a certain slip angle, that's such a fundamental part of driving. It's like, well, you're not really sim racing. I mean, I know iRacing's got its reputation, but it's, I mean, like so a real car has like, let's say, 8 degrees of slip angle that you can really abuse. Every real car, Formula 1 to whatever, has minimum, let's say absolute minimum, like 5 degrees of being able to hold the car at an angle, modulate it on the throttle and balance it with the steering wheel. Every car can do that. Every tyre, bar something made out of, assuming in perfect conditions, nothing broken, that should be possible with every car. If it can't do that, it's like if it's missing the steering wheel or something. Right, return to the lobby. And right, so I'll probably do a video on this. A lot of real drivers are saying this about Sims now because they don't normally play Sims. They've come from real driving. They're like, hang on a minute, iRacing, this doesn't make sense. This is not right. And it's going to be very hard for people to ignore it now. It's because I've been saying this for like, you guys know that are subscribers of my channel. You know how I go on about it all the time. It drives you mental. You're like, why won't he shut up about it? GT5 car, okay. You're like, oh God, shut up about it. And obviously, because I don't have a driving license, I don't drive a real car. I mean, I've driven real cars, but I don't drive at all. Like, I don't have a car, I don't have a driving license. So, and I'm not that fast in simulators, so I don't expect people to believe me, and you shouldn't just believe people. But I mean, I've been saying it for like 10 years because I know that's what is real. But the nice thing now, the last year, so many real drivers are pointing out, they're like, here's video footage of me driving a Formula car with slip angle. Here's me playing iRacing. I can't drive iRacing. It's, you know. So, real cars are very, very like, assuming you've got like 500 hours of driving experience, so you know how to drive, they are very, very forgiving. Where they're unforgiving is if the track's got oil on it, it's wet, the car's broken, it's particularly cold, the tyres are particularly off, the setup is bollocks, and specifically, it's very hard to be the fastest. It's not the basic driving isn't the hard part. It's the basic driving whilst being fast. Right. Unsubscribe. No, it's not just iRacing. No, I mean, R Factor 1 had a lot of this problem. There's loads of R Factor 2 cars that have had this issue. There's specific cars in AC that are like this. It's a common thing with driving simulators. And the thing is, it's because it's bloody hard to program driving simulators. It's amazing that they're as realistic as they are. You know, it's kind of a miracle. If you think that a driving simulator is literally math going through some bloody metal that's through sand. Barkster, best overall. Do I think Fanatec DDs are the best overall? No, not best over. Well, it depends how you do it. Is like break it down. So, from my experience, the absolute best direct drive force feedback motor at like raw force feedback is the Simucube 2s that I've used for pure raw force feedback. I'm talking like 5% better than a Fanatec DD. You know, like it's marginal, but Simucube 2. But when it comes to like value with wheel rims, plugging like pedals, plugging everything in, having it work with everything, then yeah, in that sense, the Fanatecs are the best, the easiest, best to access package. Like you'd have to do the custom wheel rim and stuff. So I as I said, I always say equally, I would totally go. I'm trying to think of a track here. Let's do a Dono with this slow car. I could easily go for either the Fanatec DD1 or a Simucube 2. Like they're both. I'd be happy with either. It wouldn't really bother me. It's just the convenience with the Fanatec stuff. No, that's Darcy Pinkerson. I wouldn't say iRacing's crap or waste of money if you want to race. And that, yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, I've got hundreds of hours in iRacing. If there's a car in iRacing that you enjoy racing, like for example, I really enjoy the Skippy, and I really like the MX-5 and some of the cars. As long as when it's on certain tracks, you can have really good, like you'll really get your value from it. You know, and at the end of the day, if you're playing it as a game, if you play iRacing and you enjoy it, by all means enjoy it. Who cares if it's got the best, worst, or whatever someone has physics and time on? Who gives a shit? If you enjoy it, just play it. Just play it. The online matchmaking in iRacing is unparalleled. So we'll do Interlagos soon. Yeah. PJ1, do you have a video about painting your pedals blue? My pedals aren't blue. Oh, it's a LED light reflecting on them. LED lights, the fastest way to paint. Yeah, I'm just personally, I find it very satisfying now that a lot of real drivers are saying it, because it means that. Because I don't expect people to. Why would anyone listen to me? I've got no credibility at all. So it's just it's very satisfying finally having multiple real-world drivers point out something that's been blatantly obvious. In what sim, DJ? I can't remember. Happy. I'm going to play some more R Factor 2 soon, because I really like what 397 are doing with it. Barkster, if you could take different parts from different sims and combine them all together to make the perfect sim, what would you choose? I would combine the general force, like the rear end, front end feel, and like load feel of Assetto Corsa force feedback with the suspension feel of R Factor 2 force feedback, and I would combine that with like the low speed handling force physics of Assetto Corsa and the forgiving slip angle of Assetto Corsa. I'd combine that with the detail aspect of the physics in R Factor 2. I would have the live for speed multiplayer setup sharing, voting system, and I'd have the live for speed stuff like the driver heads looking when you look in the cockpit stuff, and the live for speed VR performance, and I'd have SO City chicane route because it's hilarious. I would have, well, ACC has better sound than R3E, so I'd have the sound from Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'd have the graphics from and the track models from Assetto Corsa Competizione, but with the performance of live for speed. I would have I'd have the iRacing ranking system and the web page based launcher and the VR support that iRacing has with the VR launcher, but I would then also have the Project Cars 2 launcher thing where the settings are saved separate between 2D and VR mode, so you can have two different graphics profiles. I would have the modding from Assetto Corsa and the what else? What else would we have? Server's probably full. That's probably why not. I would have the ability to create your own user servers, like this that you have in Automobilista 2 and Project Cars 2. Yeah, you know, there's so many different things that would be awesome to have across all the Sims. Oh, this handle's nice. See, this is the other thing, right? There's a group of sim racers that really just want to drive Formula 1, like really fast cars. Most people don't have the skill to race online with anything faster than like GT4. You know, they struggle with skip barbers. I mean, in fairness, skip barbers are actually quite hard to drive well, but so it's like, well, what's the point of having like the best Formula 1 cars in a sim if most people can't actually, like, they can't even learn the tracks? What grass would I have? Probably the shader patch. It's the shader mod grass. Top notch. Hey, Javier. Yeah, I'd probably do a giveaway soon. I'd probably buy it though. I've only got 3 keys, so I'd imagine it might be unlikely for one specific person to win. I need to change this force feedback setting on here. There we go. What's your favourite, most enjoyable class of car to race in? I don't know. I like a mixture of things. I like just a whole mix of stuff. I mean, I really like rally games, you know. It's just a shame there's not enough tracks for them. Right, we've got to try and get a good lap in here. Is Billy Strange still in here? Guys, go and subscribe to Billy Strange if you don't know him. It's a really good channel for sim racing. You know, you've got Billy Strange, Random Cool Sign. Who else is in the chat that's got a YouTube channel? Give you a shout out. Also, click the like button if you haven't, and also check us out on Instagram, Game of Muscle. I'm trying to grow our Instagram up a bit. I think you don't have to use the clutch, but I think it does help to use it. I think that's something they're working on. Two Alpha Force has got a YouTube channel. Give him some views. Oh, 100 likes per hour. I've got a button for that. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone watching since we came back. It's really nice. Trying to make up for it with more streaming. We were away for like over a month, so it's good. I would get it if you think that it's got content in there that you'd like to drive, or you're going to drive it with friends, or you're going to join in with us. It's like 25 quid or something, and they're going to keep working on it. It's one of those sims where they will keep adding to it, you know. So if you like the thing of it getting better, loading it up, and there's a new update, something to try, then I think you'll enjoy it. If you want something that's finished, you're probably going to want to wait like to the end of the year or something before picking it up. Maybe for like the career mode to get into it. That's the Reza are treating Automobilista 2 as it's kind of a long-term project. It's not. They're not like. It's not like right, we've made a game. There you go. This is like their foundational platform for the next probably 4 years. You know, that's how Reza operate. Yeah, I mean, finish doesn't apply now, but you know what I mean. There's games that release where they like, let's say like the Codemasters Formula 1 games where they're unfinished and they never fix them. But then there's games where you sort of have to think of Reza as like an indie studio that are just going to keep developing this. The whole point of using the Madness engine is that it's got the day, night, the wet weather, and like the graphics engine, the VR support, and then they can just build on that. Same with Kunos. It's like they're going to keep building on that. The Unreal Engine version that they've got. Eighth place, come on. I'll definitely be playing Microsoft Flight Sim, yeah. I'm looking to play some X-Plane 11 soon. They did a big update recently that's really improved performance. And yeah, Microsoft Flight Sim's awesome. I'm in the alpha, but I'm not allowed to talk about it, NDA. But he's really good. Even if you're like not into flight sims, you will love Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's definitely gone back to. Do you remember when Microsoft Flight Sim X first came out and it was like one of those games, or Microsoft Flight Sim 98? You know, or even the first Microsoft Flight Simulator. It was one of those games. If you have a PC, you have to have it. And Microsoft Flight Sim is going to be, if you've got an Xbox, whatever, you have to have it. It's just one of those games. It's like GTA or... Oh, we both did the same thing. Tandem drift there. We both lost it in exactly the same way. It was really strange. Morning, Ashley Longley. Hey, Tony H. Server's called Gamer Muscle, but it's full, so... Probably can't get in. Thanks for subscribing, Wheelie Bin Gaming. Oh, yes. 100 likes per hour. Not 50, not 60, not 70, not 80. Not 90. No. 100 likes per hour. Thank you for that. We need to turn the in-game force feedback down. Turn this up. Let's go back to the pit. Yeah. Our force feedback's clipping, so... force feedback. Are we 157 likes? Jesus Christ. This, I mean, this whole pandemic thing sucks, and it's been really shit for a lot of people. Like, people losing their jobs, and people dying, and people being ill. Obviously, really shit. But for sim racing, as long as you're not ill, it's been pretty good. Thanks for clicking the like button, guys. I think COVID's a sim racing conspiracy. It was released by the Chinese sim racing industry to sell more sim rigs. But yeah, no. If you are, as I said in last stream, if you are feeling depressed and down, and you know you just want to chat in chat, or we've got a Discord if you just want to chat or whatever. Feel free to join in the chat here and say that you feel like shit and that you're depressed, and I'll try our best to make you feel even more depressed. You know. Been good for bread box. And it's good for all the sim races, to be honest. I mean, I say good for sim races, definitely grown. For you, it's like a free holiday. It's weird. That's the awkward thing with it. So I know people that have, you know, it's been really shit for them, like really depressingly shit, and you know, and then I know other people where it's like it's literally a holiday. The contrast. It's weird how stuff like that is. It's like how World War II, for most people, it was obviously horrendous. I mean, lots of people died, and it's, you know, horrible. For some people, it was a bit of an adventure. Like, if you weren't at the front line, and you're, like, just randomly going to random places, and, you know, not all soldiers in World War II saw combat. Not all soldiers were doing the D-Day landings. Not all people were in countries dying of starvation. It's kind of weird when you have something that's horrendous, like at its worst, it's like really awful. But even in that context, there's still some people that were having a good time. It's just really weird. It's strange how that's how it works. What do you think is get a PC, PS5 when it comes out? Oh, sorry, I missed your name, whoever wrote that. Personally, I would always get a PC over a games console because you can do a lot with it. If I was going to buy a games console, I'd buy a PlayStation 5 rather than an Xbox. You know, but you would know in advance, like, you would know in advance that you're the type of person that likes PlayStation exclusives, and that's, you know, that's why you would get a PlayStation. If you don't like PlayStation exclusives and you like Forza and stuff, then obviously you get an Xbox. Yeah, force feedback's a bit abrupt on this car. Just try to dial it in on the wheel. Yeah, I'm going to be playing some X-Plane 11 soon. So a really nice thing with Microsoft Flight Sim is it has full multiplayer and stuff in it, so that'll be cool. We could do some big group flies. Do some nice formation flying. I need to get a lap in here, guys. We've got 43 seconds left. I don't know if it'll let me finish this. Which one? Oh, what, this Sim Magic? I don't know. I only briefly got to use it. Personally, if I was buying a DD wheel, as I say, Fanatec DD with my affiliate link, or a SimulaCube 2 is what I'd save up and get one or the other. Possibly like an OS, you know, one of the OSWs. Fifth gear seems to be geared weird. I see this car's flopping over the crest there. Feels like the suspension is too soft. Almost 200 likes in the first hour. Thank you, guys. Man, everyone's like happy to click the like button recently. What's going on? That's true, yeah. I mean, I'll be buying a PlayStation 5, but that's because I've already got a PC. 200 likes! Jesus Christ. 200 likes per hour. We're almost a successful YouTube channel. Come on, this has got to be like 10th. It's got to be 10th. No, 13th. Bloody hell, we're bad at driving this car. Really bad at driving this car. Probably could put a bit lower downforce, but oh well. Folding thing. I know, they're complete idiots, aren't they? That was the Metropolitan Police Force. That was the Metropolitan Police Force. Chief Medical Advisor just said, just did a post on Twitter saying, "What are you doing?" And Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, let's try not to talk about how thick and dumb a lot of British people seem to be. I think we could play the graphic again. We did 200 likes per hour, so it's not even 100 likes per hour. Just double this. Use your imagination, guys. 200 likes per hour. Thank you. That's what that's on about, yeah, Gašper. There's this whole thing where every Friday at 8 PM everyone claps the NHS. It's dumb. Like, I'm not saying don't appreciate health workers, but clapping them isn't the way to appreciate them. And then all going on a bridge and spreading, making it worse for the health workers is not a good idea. How about a xenophobic rant from Antoinne? I didn't see that. I didn't know what he was saying. I couldn't even follow it. All right, Terjella, thanks for tuning in, man. Have a good night's sleep. Can you load a PC straight into a sim like an arcade machine when you turn it on? You could do, Stuart. You would set up a macro. Not macro. What's it called? You know when you create like a command file, so that when you boot your PC, it would then boot the sim up. You can do it. I know people that have done it to build, like MAME cabinets and stuff with like Windows. It just boots up into MAME. You just do that, and you'd have the driving sim. Off we go. That was just... should have given it a bit more clutch. A batch file, that's it, yeah. I've done it myself, actually, for a DDR demo unit for a LAN party. We set up a PC to boot into Stepmania, and it would just load up straight away. So anytime there's a problem... Well, then there goes CB. Every time there was a problem, it would just reboot, and then it's back. So no one had to know what to load or anything, because you'd have to load like a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, so you can do it. Yeah, the netcode's knackered. If I drive behind people, they just explode. It seems like it's a rip-off of the... Yeah, the netcode's totally broken for the host. I don't know does it do that for everyone? Yeah, Raceroom has really good netcode for the most part. There goes the cone. Yeah, the netcode issue's still there. If I drive close to another car, they just spin. It's like I've got a huge magnet in my car. So, yeah, whoa, I don't know how they're gonna. It's kind of like a major thing at the moment. That'll be that should be on the top of the bug list for Reza, hopefully. Yeah, see, he's just done it to me, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't actually drive into me. It's not something that you can really avoid easily. What's with the bird? Oh, that's my parrot of positivity. Cars everywhere. Yeah, Wreckfest has good netcode. I don't know if it's just using a lot of smoothing, but it's weird. Ah. Penalty there. Oh, we're in glorious 7th. Well, this we're using the same netcode as Project Cars 2, I believe, so it's weird. I don't know if it's netcode. I think it's more that the collision, for the multiplayer collision box is in the wrong place, is what it seems like. I mean, I don't know if there is such a thing as a multiplayer collision box, but you know what I mean? Contrary canary. What car is this, Beastu? It's like a weird GT4. I don't know what it is. It's GT5 actually. Graham Spears, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Chop skill subscription button, click there. Come on. This car sounds like it's going a lot faster than it actually is. It's struggling to roll. Struggling to grip the track actually as well. Hey Sashu Dabu, I'm alright, thanks. Hope you are as well. Yeah, I think the Live for Speed thing is because of the cars aren't licensed. Well, it does have some licensed cars, but most of them aren't. So I think that's what Live for Speed with all its like knockoff cars. I really like the Fox car in Live for Speed. Loose turbo hose. Well, you know, I think that, yeah, the cars in this are real cars, but they're like knockoff real cars. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a car event. You'll see there's like 10 different rip-off versions of Radicals and Caterhams and all these random brands of car made by like random people that have like identified that that car's popular, that they can build it for cheaper. Yeah, like a rough. Okay, just may have. Whoa, Jesus! I may have put the car in first gear by accident there. I might put it in first instead of third. Whoops-a-daisy. Huge error. I've actually seen someone do that for real life at this track. They blew their car up. They had to get towed off the track. It was in a, I think it was in a Honda NSX. It was a random track day thing. Blew the gearbox up. Exactly the same place. Exactly the same way. A lot cheaper to do it in the game. How much is a new gearbox for a road car? Like, what, £200 plus £400? Like, let's say like what, like £500-600 to get a new gearbox put into a car? Is it more than that? How much does a new gearbox cost in a road car? £600 to £800? I don't know how much not a brand new gear, but like a bog standard road car gearbox, and then paying the garage. It's like 800 quid, isn't it? 50 quid. How much is it? How much is it for a road car gearbox to be fitted by a garage? Like a nah, 250 quid all in. I thought it was like, you're taking the piss. It's like 800 to. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how much cars cost. Right. Well done, Jimmy Turbo. 500? Is that with inflation? Starface, Josh the Boss, Agnes R, Grugmen, Leglaff, Gašper Medved. Counting parts and labour. You've broken your gearbox in your road. Let's say it's a Ford Fiesta. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, what did I say? 5 to 800. That's what I said at first. I don't know. I guess it depends if you're putting a brand new gearbox in as well. I don't know if that adds much to the price. Hello, Cosmic Drew. We're trying out Automobilista 2, Cosmic Drew. Golf 6 used gearbox. the AI control is spot on. Right, I think we need to... try something quick. Transmission is gearbox, yeah. 3,200. Oh man. What's another? We've got Kayami now. Let's try Kayami in this. See what it's like compared to the ACC one. Fiat Unos. Right, here we go. Historic Kayami. Oh, that's a good point. It's a historic one. It's nothing like the new one. So it's going to be nothing like it. Oh, I've driven this. I've driven this in... I'm sure there's an AC mod version of this historic Kayami. Tony H. Yeah, you have to send me money, I'm afraid. No, you don't. The server password's always T, Tony H. And it's called Gamer Muscle as the server. You're free to join. Like, you don't need to donate to join our servers. It's just that normally you have to get in early. Because when it's full, no one else can join, obviously. But you're only allowed to join if you're slower than me as well. No! I've not got my wheel on! Stop driving! I've not got my wheel on the car! Oh, God. Driving off without a wheel on the vehicle. Don't you hate it when your car drives off without your wheel? Right, there we go. Ooh, I like this car. I think these are the best cars in Automobilista 2. I see this car has really good force feedback as well. So I think in Project Cars 2, the Radical SR3 was one of the better cars. It's quite similar to this. Historic tracks are like ridiculous. Whoa! What's going on with this car? Is that the steering wheel? Is it going to road? Yep. No, it's 2 bits of... I don't know what he had in this car. Oh, he had a bit of fence. Oh my... Okay. No, Harry Rutland. We've not had... We've not had a Tory hatred mention. This is awesome. Look at these. We've got medieval tents here. Why? It turns out that historic Kayami is set in the 1400s. Could do some jousting from the cockpit. Let's have it now. Oh, it's a right-hander. This is really good. You can feel the gobbles. I'm actually driving a horse. Oh, nothing makes you feel safe like a wooden post fence at the edge on the outside of a corner. Who thought that was a good idea? That's the best way to slow a car down. Wooden fence. Nothing dangerous about that. That's the jousting. It's like a bloody World War II beach landing when you go wide. Oh, God. Historic tracks are mental. Chickens will escape. Right. Come on. Kibitzer? Why has this road got, like, standard road markings on it? Ah, don't take offence. Da-dum-da-dum-bum. That's a permanent ban for Dom GTR. Terrible. Yeah, Andreas. There's that. Who was it who died hitting the catch fence? He went flying out of the car and then landed in the catch fence. Which driver was that? I think was it at Nürburgring? Oh no, it was at Le Mans, wasn't it? He flew out of the car and landed in the catchment fence. Ah, you know, Jules Villeneuve. He didn't die in that, or did he die in that? No, he didn't. Jules Villeneuve didn't die in that. He just got, or did he? I don't know. I get names mixed up. Bloody mental. No, Mark Webber. Mark Webber just doesn't know that he's driving a car. He always thinks he's flying an aeroplane. Oh, Zolder. Yeah, there you go. Who would have thought fencing at the side of the track? Who would have thought not wearing a seatbelt? Who would have thought having cars made out of explosive materials could be a bad idea? Gotta go fast. These are the Fanatec V3 pedals. Why do I use them? Because they're a load cell, and Fanatec sent them to me. It's good enough reasons to use them. I quite like them. I used PT1 pedals before, which I really like as well. And I personally bought Club Sport V2s back in the past, which I really liked. And I had some CSL Elite load cell pedals. Well, I still got them, which I was using before that. Main reason to use them with the Fanatec DD is that you can just plug them into the DD and change the brake sensitivity from the steering wheel. No, AC is still my favourite force feedback, but this car's got really good force feedback and nice handling. Lowest spec GPU for this, I don't know, like a 1060, and then turn the graphics down. Should be able to hit okay frame rate. This is a right-hander, isn't it? Yep. That is not a fast line through there. Hang on. Is the new Kiami built on this layout? Or is it in a totally different location? Is the new Kiami built on this same bit of land? That's what I was saying. That's what I was just thinking, Dom. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, hang on a minute, Star Wars bloody corner. Yeah, that's what I was just... See, we're on the same page. I'd probably save money and buy the... Well, actually, no, I can see reasons that you'd buy CSL Elites or the V3s. So the V3 pedals, you do have more adjustability with them. I'd say the rumble motors are totally pointless. But yeah, the adjustability, actually, if you do heel and toe in, and the fact that you can change what's in the dampener for the brake to whatever you want, the V3s are definitely better than the CSL Elites. But the CSL Elites are fine, like, from a raw functional level, CSL Elites are fine. But yeah, the V3s are a little bit better. I'd say, if you're on a budget, like, you're like, oh, I'm on a budget, then yeah, just get the CSL Elite load cell done, and you wouldn't care. But if you want to get something with a bit more adjustability, you get V3s. I actually like aspects of the CSL Elite brake feel with its dampeners out of the box a bit better than the V3s. Like, with the V3s, you have to, change their dampener that's in there and change it a bit to get the most out of it. But I guess you can do that with it, whereas the CSL Elites, you can't really change them that much. I mean, you can change the dampeners around, but Yeah, I'm using the brake performance kit, but what I did is I took the bollocks. I'm running half of a red one with a... I can't remember the order, but I cut one in half to make it a bit firmer. I like my brake pedals to be like a little bit applied to it, but then pretty stiff, so not too much travel. Oh, I had way too much fuel in the car. We got some aero boying going on here. And by aero boying, they've just set the gearing up correctly. Hang on. Which gives you a high... Oh, it's always... I think that's the wrong way. Thank you for subscribing, Marcel Lopez. Yeah, it's the other way. I thought it was. I just wanted to double check. 3 by default, I think, like... I'm going to go with that. I haven't played AMS1 for a long time, so... It's hard for me to... I'll have to do a direct comparison. Oh, hello! Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah. My SNES. I'm playing on the SNES, guys. Thank you for the donation there. Oh, Christ. Insert your mum joke. Thanks, Robert Stewart. V3s are dust magnets. I've not lubricated... Oh, no. I've spray lubricated the pivot. Gets squeaky, but I used WD-40 on that. And I used lithium grease on the actual other bits. Bloody hell. Right. Got to get a lap in here. Welcome to Drunk Driving on Game of Muscle. Oh, the desktop audio. I'll turn it up. Thank you for that donation. Sorry you didn't read it out. I've just turned it up now. I turned it down because of that number troll we had earlier. There you go, I'll give you a bit of wheel cam action. Look at the parrot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wow, don't poke the parrot mid-corner. Oh no, breaks the illusion there. Archery gaming. Is there any difference between the T3PA and T3PA Pro? I can't remember. Oh, it was Izzie that did the Mr. West donation. Thanks, Izzie. You don't get much brake feel through the force feedback. The brake feel is actually very similar to... Sod me. Keep doing that on that corner. Well, there goes that lap and the next lap. The brake feels very similar to Project Cars 2. Just one thing that would be nice. I'm using the SimLab P1X cockpit. Really good bit of kit. They sent it to me for free to review, and I'm not giving it back. I stole it. I've had it for like a year now. Really good bit of kit. I absolutely love it. Best cockpit I've ever used. I mean, I've used every cockpit on the market, so not at home, but like at Sim Racing Expo and stuff. Pretty much every cockpit.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Oh, here we go again.
Excuse me, young man, why did you mute your father's message? First you don't answer our calls, now you mute your father's message to you. You're handling this worse than Boris Johnson handled being infected with you know what? Yes, syphilis. Toodles XX.
Toodles. Thank you, Izzie. Ow. T300 is a really good value for money wheel, Zoltis Gaming. I highly recommend it as an upgrade from the G29. Good bit of kit. I've got one. I haven't used it for a long time, but yeah, I like the T300. My upgrade from the G25 was the T300. How do you have 366 views and 50,000 subs? I don't know. I don't know, not WDP. What, do you mean that in a bad way or a good way? I don't know. Is that bad or good? Or are you saying that as you're surprised? How does such an idiot have 50,000 subs? How does this moron have so many subs? I don't know how to read into that comment. I don't know. I don't understand anything. It makes no sense to me. Just click the like button and it's all okay. Well done, Josh. Qualified first. Jimmy Turbo. Ramses in third. Gekben fourth. CB fifth. Leglaf sixth. Game of Muscle hacked the sub count. All those subscribers are from our playing Counter-Strike Go with the steering wheel video. That's it. That's what they came for. They're very surprised when we play driving sims. Yeah, I think people consider it as realistic. One leg. I mean, everyone argues about every simulator being realistic or not, so. The Spot Healing Brush. Nice name. I guess you're a Photoshop user. Just had a fabulous first race room race. Thanks for recommending this game on your stream. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Hits Mike, exactly. Leg laugh. If you press escape by accident, it auto quits you from the lop. Yeah, also right clicking as well. It's high stakes mouse usage. Robert Davies, first time here, enjoying the racing. Thanks for the great channel. Stumbled across you when I first bought a VR 2 years ago. Nice. Sorry for ruining your life. That's what I'm here for. No, I think I made about probably about £800 off that Sears Go Killed You With a Wheel video. It didn't actually make that much money relative to how many views it has. I mean, I'm not complaining. But it's weird. YouTube ad revenue is bloody strange. I've had like videos with like 15k views that have made like 100, 200 pounds. You're like, hang on, what's going on there? I guess some like expensive thing was advertised on it that people bought, but you know, and most of the time carnage. Most of the time you don't get that much money from ads on YouTube. It's, on average, for most YouTube, Jesus Christ, yeah, the netcode's bollocksed. Let's get off the road. Okay. Most of the time you get like $1 per 1,000 views is the sort of general YouTube average for most people. You know, it varies, but that's what people will generally say. Netcode's working fantastic. I don't see any. Ow, okay. This catchment fencing is going to be mental in VR. And to the back we go. Yeah. Definitely some issues with netcode. Netcode understeer. There's already someone's done a Guitar Hero iRacing video, I think. Okay, let's just take the beach line. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. I'm not noticing huge differences from the previous version. I mean, the thing is, I mean, I'm sure that, you know, there's bits and bobs that have improved UI and stuff. I think the netcode thing's a big. I think that should really be on the top of their list, because at the moment, like, everything else is perfectly playable, and like the car's quite nice and everything. Tracks are nice. You know, the netcode's really getting in the way of being able to actually play the game at a basic level. So, if I was Reza, that would be my. Because the game's stable, it's not crashing at all. The game, he's upside down. The game's running well. There's loads of nice cars in it. But as it is right now, you can't actually race online properly.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
She's a good girl, loves her mama. Loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis. Loves horses and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard.
Thanks, Tom Petty.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Is this random call
And
sign?
I'm a bad boy cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. And I'm free Fallon. Yeah, I'm free Fallon. And I'm free Fallon. Yeah, I'm free Fallon.
What? Yeah, I'm free Fallon. I think it's meant to be on free falling. No, free Fallon. Kind of not the most beautiful rendition of that song. Thank you, Tom Petty. Jesus Christ. This car handles really nice. I really like this car. We just need the netcode working properly. Then we're good. I think this is my favourite car. There's like there's two upside down cars there. There's these there's 4 of these basic spec cars, and they go up to like prototype. Well, they're all effectively prototypes. They go up in speed. To me, these are the most fun handling cars in AMS2 at the moment. Feel very nice and direct. They handle nicely. You can slide them around nicely. Nice bit of downforce. Nice bit of welly on the throttle. Yeah, but Dom, when am I not understeering off the track? That's what I do. That's a game of move. I'm gonna have to drive this in VR. It'd be good. Until you drive into another car and door wedge them over the top of you. All right, Gašper. Thanks for tuning in, man. Have a good night. The bumps really like throw it off a bit and you have to do a little correction. I run more what's it called, the filtering setting, not the I run FEI on like 60 or 70 in this, which is very low, but I also run the other settings on quite high, so it kind of, the FEI ends up working like a bit of dampening without actually dampening, without delaying the game. It just filters out some of the too high pitch frequency stuff.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Arura. Urara. Uhurara.
Thank you, 28 board modem. And Proverbs 2:11. Nice one, man. Whoa, he's been lifted. Takedown by a car in front of me there. Yeah, as long as you don't have the netcode thing, driving this car really close is just fantastic fun. That just needs to be fixed. There wasn't enough hissing for that 28. My dad had a 28 board modem for a black and white laptop. It was a external modem that was the size of like a A4 book. Portable. I don't know why. Like, there's no need for modems to be that big. It wasn't like there was much in it. Get in there, Lewis. Yeah, I like this car. I think this is... Once they fix the netcode stuff, let's give them a... There we go. Yeah, one of the best door wedges. Yeah, I don't know. Is everyone on the server? If you're in the server now, are you all having the thing where if you drive behind someone and get close to them, it punts them off the track? Or is it just me as the host? That'd be interesting to know. Well done, Josh. Well done, Not Saban. Eric Bartek. Well done. Oh, it's happening to everyone. Okay, so it's not just the host. Yeah. Turns out what happened is a collision mess. It's shocking. Shocking. I've not seen that girl for a long time. I wonder what she's up to. She's probably dead. Positive muscle. Right, let's try this one on. We need like an F1 type track. Trauma International. Oh, let's do it at Virginia Fall. There we go. That'd be good. I don't even have a number. I only knew her in my third year of university. Was it my third year or my second year? My second year of university is when it must be. Was it second year? Yeah, it was my second year of university. That was it. I think. Or it was my third year. I can't remember. Bloody hell. I know it was my third year of university, yeah. Then I didn't see her again. Sorry for the caps. Jash, as a muckle, what do you recommend us to do if we've got sim racing cramps in a back muscle? I don't know. Do stretches. I didn't study Hits Mike. I did like a multimedia course, but I didn't do any of it. I mean, I passed it, but I just like I just didn't care for it. For just waste money. Oh look, it's got the wheelies on this track. Right, here we go. Edit setup. Okay. Not WDP, yes. It's a good bit of kit. What? The wheelies. Get ready. What? Why does it do wheelies on this invisible sleeping policeman? See, this car drives like that, like a Le Mans prototype. This has got really nice handling as well. It's actually really good handling. Whoop, go around the outside of him. Really good time. It's a nice version of the track. Where's he going? No tree. Tree removed. Oh, this car's really good. She's got great handling. I don't think so, E and B. I think 100% will be when it's maxing. The thing to see for a CPU is if it starts throttling because it's overheating. That's how you'd probably really know. I'm not the best person to ask about that. I'm not 100% up to speed on all the different CPUs. This car has great handling, guys. I'd say this is even better than the previous one. Good force feedback on it as well. Yeah, YouTube randomly deletes subscribers, Corey, every now and again because YouTube hates YouTubers, but it's what they do to keep it fun. Thanks to everyone that's clicked the like button, by the way, and subscribed recently. We do appreciate it. We've had quite a few. Oh, look at that. Second gear, this car's got beast power. This is awesome. This is a really good car. Man, it's a shame the cars in iRacing don't drive like this. Or, well, this specific type of car. Ah, we've got Lagwinkle there. Though iRacing does have better netcode. So, you know, this is really satisfying to drive. Yeah, well, last time I tried it in VR was with the beta version. I've not tried this version. It seemed to run all right in VR. I mean, I'm hitting 94 FPS with everything maxed out, so I don't think they've fully optimised it as far as it can go, though. Butcho! James, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Martin Triam just tried the V6P1 car in the game. That was a damn good car. Which one? Is that what I'm in now? Which one am I in? Who's taking my viewers? Ah, they're not really my viewers. I don't really consider anyone as my viewers. I feel like really lucky that people will watch. I mean, you know, I'm not exactly a sexy babe. I've not got like nice breasts. Well, you know, my breasts are pretty good, I have to say. But then, you know, they're not very woman-like. Or maybe they are, and that's why it's not working. You know, I feel very lucky to have anyone watching. So, I'd feel even more lucky if I could actually do a clean lap without driving off into the grass. I will try that next Mr. name who I can't pronounce. Draw a nipple on your head. Why not? People might mistake it for a micro penis. Yeah, the Brazilian tracks are awesome, QBQ. I might have to try one of them after this. Again. This car has really good handling on the throttle. Like this is fantastic. This is a really good car, guys. Robert Davies, anyone managed to move the bottom right HUD to the centre? You should be. Well, you can do it in Project Cars 2. I don't know if you can do this. Mucho! Smash dangling me money in my face. What a generous bastard. To the most entertaining sim racer in the... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm afraid you're going to have to go to the doctors, Butcho. You might have a brain tumour which has caused you to be unable to evaluate the quality of YouTube channels. Ah, he's not even giving you a shout out. I'll shout you out, don't worry. I've got you covered, even if Streamlabs is broken. Come on, Streamlabs. Please donation, you ungrateful machine.
What is the motive behind this demand? Necessity. Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Thank you, Butcher. Really do appreciate that. $5 dingles. Another box of Twinings. Awesome. Everyone should measure money in boxes of Twinings. It's a bit loud. I'll turn it down for you. Jeez, everyone. You guys have an obsession with volume levels. What is the motive behind this demand? I've turned it down. I've turned it down. God, backseat volume levels. Right, clean lap. Proper clean lap. Yeah, guys, this car's fantastic. This is my type of car. This is what I'd love to have something like this in iRacing that actually handled like this. Look how it... So on the throttle, look how you can balance it on the throttle.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
What's going on here?
Beep, 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 boop, beep, boop. Dot, bop, bop. Beep,
Why is that not
beeping.
displayed on the screen?
Bong. Plong. www plong. Catching, catchong. Welcome to AOL. You've got mail.
Oh no, not AOL. Thanks, 56k mode. Oh, Craig Rick, what the bloody hell's... Oh! Ow! Broke a wrist in a donation. Ah, everything's broken. I'm having a heart attack. Craig Ricketts, thank you very much. 56k modem, Butcho, Craig Ricketts. Thank you. You're all absolutely effing mental. Appreciate that. The truth is out there. Right, 6 minutes left. Really, yeah, cheers guys. I'm teed out. Team-ageddon. Oh shit. You've got to live like... You have to leave like 4 meters in front of the car. Shumi, you're just a noob at CSGO. What have you got your rank to? What's your rank at? You have to bear in mind with something like CSGO, there's only like, people just play 4 maps for like 3,000 hours. Whereas in driving sims, there's like 40 tracks. You have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I guess the strategic aspect of positioning is quite advanced in CSGO. Silver Master Elite. You should be able to get to single AK. This is a good chance. There's like quite a few people watching. If you are single, double, or whatever the ranking is, that Eagle in CSGO, join our Discord. Send a message on Discord to me, or let me know in chat. I want to try and get like a group of people together that are reasonable ranks so we can do some CSGO streaming. Time to upgrade PC. The spot healing brush. I'm sure Jimmy Broadbent doesn't have random people from Dubauchi ranting on his stream. What? Dabuti? DJ Booty? This is a rough business to hear. Mr. Spot Healing Brush, I don't know what you're saying. Henry, we will do a proper AC stream. Jesus Christ. Sean Rice! Why is everyone donating? What's going on here? Sean Rice, thanks for the mega streams. Thanks for keeping us all sane. Don't worry. I mean, don't say thanks to me. I'm just a tit in a sim rig.
What is the motive behind this demand? Necessity. Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Look at him use the tractor jump there. That is physics, guys. Until I see a tractor jumping over tractors in a driving sim. Look at it go. That, you can't do that in iRacing. Also, water. See that? That is one of the best action. Forget Neo dodging the bullets. Tractor jumping over tractors. Look at how he lifts it. That is proper upper body strength. Proper upper body strength. That takes a lot of work. And look how smooth the curve is on that. They probably, when they filmed that, they would have launched a real full-size tractor because they didn't have CGI when they made that. Absolute best action scenes in cinematic history there. Yeah, no, I'm yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Don't encourage streamers. We're the worst people on earth. Throw them in the dustbin. If there was like a nuclear war and they're like, okay, who gets to go in a bunker? Live streamers should all be left outside. Race room or this? Well, race room's like a finished game. Oh, I've run out of fuel. I really like race room. I like both. As I keep saying, Automobilista 2 is in early access. It's a long-term project. I think if you're like asking the question, should I get Automobilista 2? You're probably the type of person that is better off waiting 6-8 months or whatever, and then picking up when it's more finished. And you know, then getting something right now. AC, ACC, race room, iRacing. What else is like finished? You know. But if you're the type of person that wants to buy a game and you like seeing the updates, and you like doing jumping racing and stuff, then Automobilista 2 is good for that. You know. It depends. I mean, it's 25 quid. Like I know I'm gonna get 25. Well, I paid £90 for it. But if I was to have bought it for 25 quid, I mean, I know I'm going to get £90 worth of entertainment out of it. If you're the type of person who can't drive, just buy anything. Exactly. Shit. I can't click the buttons properly. If you're sure you'll have a shelter and a wheel for 1 year, then please buy MS2.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Oh, here we go.
James, your mother and I always had reservations about you wanting to use the Honda Jazz to attain your driver's license, young man. This footage, as well as your poor motor skills, have time and time again shown us that we made the correct decision. Sorry.
Mate, my parents don't have a Honda Jazz anymore. Sorry, that information's out of date. The fact that you remembered that from me saying that like 5 months ago. I got my rank pretty high quite quickly, Shumi, but I had spent a lot of time on it. I got to the dual AK rank pretty quickly, and then I found it really hard to get above that initially, and it took me bloody ages to get to Global Elite. That took ages. I have to be concentrating at CSGO to stay at above like anything above the what's it called, Supreme Master Guardian. I have to actually be concentrating. That gets hard. The easiest way to rank up in CSGO is to just join with other people though that have like public servers is very hard to rank up. If you're just joining with people that know how they're playing, then you can rank up quite quickly because you just they will carry you effectively until you know what you're doing. And also, the best thing of playing with a team is instead of having to learn how to play everything, so instead of having to learn, oh, this is how I defend a bomb site on this map, this is how this is how I defend A bomb site, B bomb site, mid, A in this location, A in this location, A when they're attacking from here, A when they're attacking from there. Instead of having to learn that, if you're playing with like 4 other people, you can be like, okay, for the next 5 games, I am going to, at the start of the round, I'm protecting A from this specific location for the whole game, for that whole half of the game. So then you can really learn everything in that location. Do you know what I mean? That makes it a lot easier if you're new. I have 2 of 4s, but not for very long. It was not you, Izzie. Well, thank you for that donation, Mr. West Senior. It's probably Chiledog. I haven't tried the ranking stuff on his though. Nicky Sticks McFlanagan. Update's nice. It's fine. I'm not noticing the huge differences. Unfortunately, the netcode's still not fixed. Oh, I don't know who it was then. It's probably my real parents. Bamboozle. They'll be asleep now. So I know it's not them. Could be my sister. She's awake now. She's probably cooking, knowing her. She's probably cleaning light bulbs. Played 4 hours of CSGO 2000. Okay. Need to put a lot of time into CSGO. But I'm baking in it. Oh, it's 24 degrees. I'm 6 seconds off the pace here. We didn't get 1 clean lap in. Get ready for netcode carnage, guys. I really hope they fix it. If the netcode issue is fixed, these P1, 2, 3, 4 cars are fantastic. Like, I could just have these 4 cars on the tracks that are in this, and I'm done. Like, that's you know, it's like the Skippy in iRacing. I'm happy with the Skippy. 1 car, selection of tracks, you're done. No, I think it probably is other stuff as well, Izzie. But what doesn't make sense is that it didn't happen nearly as much in Project Cars 2. Like in Project Cars 2, there was definitely that thing of like if you're coming to a tight corner and you brake really late, sometimes like they'd be hit by it, but it wouldn't be like all the time. This is constant. And it's you know, I don't know if why would they have changed the netcode? So that's why it's a bit strange. I don't have Twitch now. Edward Burrs, is it worth getting a curved monitor for sim racing? Looking at 32, 32-inch monitors are fine. I had the BenQ monitor that Random Callsign also uses that BenQ sent me. What's it, 32x whatever? I think that's probably the cheapest good monitor that's 32-inch. The Asus ROG Strix 35-inch ultra wide that I'm using right now is really nice, but they're quite expensive. I say 32 inch is fine. Oh, good God. Just try and keep a gap from people. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the 30... Oh, shit, see, I'm not even touching him, and he's rotating. Oh, look! See that? I'm nowhere near that car, and it's like... It's like my collision mesh is 5 metres in front of the car. I've never seen that in a game before. Very strange. Okay, here we go. Power on through, guys. I love these corners with cars that have a little bit of movement to them. This is... Oh, Jesus Christ. See, that guy hit us through netcode. This is a curved screen. Yeah, I mean, basically the netcode makes it unplayable. The netcode means that you can't race online because you... Nice pass by that guy. You can't avoid people. Drop everything, Reason. Forget everything until you fix this netcode issue. Drop everything else. Don't bother with anything else. It's weird, like, it's weird because you know, everything else about this is you can put up with, totally. I mean, actually, I quite like a lot of aspects of it, but that netcode thing is like, literally, it is, you know, it's breaking the game totally. It should do. A grumpy complaining video. It's unplayable. Those are the best kind of videos for views. I just have to do that to avoid him. Troll the AMS2 fanboys. I don't do those kind of videos for anything. Jesus Christ, that's bumpy. Yeah, I would say until the netcode thing is fixed. Well, I can't. It takes like 3 hours to do a video, thumbnail, upload it, and everything. I'd rather spend that time doing something else. So I would say I'll probably do a video telling people about it, but I'm not going to do. I mean, I wouldn't do it for any game. It's like, why bother? Where's Sim ever? I'll do. Woo, that's cool. I really like how this car handles. Right, can we pass without killing them? No. Look, I'm going to drive behind this car and you'll see. Oh, where's he going? Okay, nice line. So it didn't do it like... Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. No, Antoine. Netcode's still a problem. I'm sure Reason must know about this. Everything else is great. Can you show the netcode from outside the car? Well, I mean, you can just see that the cars, we're not touching them and they're going flying. Whoa, I was reading the chat. I see people raving this game already and not recommending it for that. It's unfair because it said, well, no, you can buy it. So, right. When it comes to early access or anything, if you can pay money to buy for something, it's perfectly fine for someone to say, this is what is good and bad about it. You can't use the fact that it's early access as an excuse to, like, justify stuff. What you can do is say, it's early access, therefore there's things that are likely to be fixed. I'm pretty sure the netcode thing will get fixed because it's totally game breaking. So, it's, you know, it's pretty reasonable to assume that they will fix it. So it's unreasonable to say, oh, never buy AMS2 because it'll never have it. But it's reasonable to say the multiplayer is broken at the moment because of a fundamental netcode issue. Therefore, if you're playing in multiplayer and that's what you look for a game, then you might want to wait until that is fixed. Yeah, I mean... don't know what's going on there. Oh, there you go. Pretty weird example of... door-wedged overtake there. Oh, Izzie, you bastard. Where's my AMS2 is unplayable for this one reason video? Izzie's such a sodding troll. I'll do a video on this version. I'll let people know. I was going to let people know anyway. Why are you donating for something I'm going to... I like how Izzie's like loving the trolling. Izzie under the bridge. Izzie's a proper Norwegian troll. Like a little, like a witch. Every time Izzie does a troll donation. Hang on. Hit the like button. Most annoying well, exactly is the Izzie troll impersonation. I think it's got mechanical failures. Literally unplayable. Turns out that Izzie's actually a Macbeth witch. Toil and trouble, cauldron bubble. I've always been this. Yeah, I'm pretty ungrateful. I'm Mr. Ungrateful. Thank you for subscribing. Pay a man minimum wage. Hang on a minute. Are you gonna? Can you forlorn me, Izzie? Then you only have to pay 20%, and then I get the rest topped up by the government. I don't get to be forlorned. I don't know if that's a mechanical failure, not Sir Ban. That could have just been spontaneous car combustion. I'll try that out, Injafaz. Jesus Christ. May have missed a break point there. Bloody hell, this is making me motion sick. Look at the screen, too bouncy. Right, there we go. That's alright, Shortmaster. Welcome along. Yeah, so the two things that I'd really personally, for me with Automobilista 2, I mean I don't really care about the content. I like the cars in Automobilista 2. I like the track selection, but really, the netcode issue has to be fixed. Top priority, I would say, and there's not enough brake feel. Like on braking, there's no real force feedback for. It's the same as Project Cars 2 in that sense. There's no real feel for braking. Like, you've got the sound there. So those two things. I'll put it in my... Yeah, we'll put it on the priority list, Izzie. Thank you. Do you want me to take my clothes off as well? Hello. F3 we got to do it at Juarez. Someone wanted to see. Can I drive through the pit lane? Whee! You can do. It's nice oversteer though, Joss. Ah. There's leg laugh at 14th. I really like how this car handles. I really like the handling of this vehicle. You got tea drunk. Hang on, it's 1 in the morning. What are you guys doing still awake? The end of race, everyone parking as well would be nice. But I mean, you know, that is what it is. That's just like something weird thing. Zolty Gaming, Gamer Muscle. Do you think that it's possible a one-man 24-hour Le Mans on Project Cars 2? Not really, because no, you could do. Yeah, you could do, but it's quite likely the game will crash within the 24-hour time period. Yeah, see, I liked how it handled. CB, it reminds me of like the Radical SR3, but way calmer and less pokey. Really nice progressive rear end slide. Really nice counter steer. She's allowed to stay up another hour tonight for winning her rally. Oh, nice one. Oh, okay. Manual cooldown. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's just the netcode. Netcode needs to be sorted. I just said that 300 times. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Reza, if you're watching and you've just heard me say it 300 times. But as a irresponsible, annoying YouTuber, if the netcode works, we've got something that's fine. Actually, people don't seem to be getting kicked at random, and some of the other stuff seems to be fixed from previously, so... Right, let's try say F3. I didn't even know this had an F3 car in it. What's the F3? Is it this one? Formula Classic Gen 3? Is that... No. Oh, hello, T-Musant. T-Drunkant. When are we doing the personal training? After lockdown. We're doing a London training session. T-Musant's going to get me into shape. Then Jeff's going to get me drunk. He's going to be like, Right, what's the car? What's the F3 car? I can't see it. It says F3. The old cryptic F3 car being the F3. so cryptic. Wow. Bloody cryptic Reza. F3 303, as you're saying. 309 or 301? 301, there you go. Right. Juarez standard. Where is it? Jerez? Is it spelled? It's a H, isn't it? In Spanish, or is this Portugal? Oh no, that says Dubai Autodrome. I don't know where we are. I don't know. This is what someone said. What's a better track? I don't know if I like this track. Let's do a different track. Let's do Imola. Oh, Interlagos. Let's do Interlagos in an F3 car. Jerez. I don't know where I was getting Juarez from. Jerez. No, they're all called Dubai Autodrome. It's a bug in the simulator. Interlagos, Dubai Autodrome. Imola, Dubai Autodrome in Spain. Jerez, Dubai Autodrome. I think we should just call Kensai, which is Suzuka, which is in Dubai Autodrome in Japan. It's 3 wrong names. It's not even Suzuka. It's not Suzuka. It's not Dubai, and it's in Japan. This is like dyslexic simulator, guys. This is what life as a dyslexic person's like. Nothing makes any sense at the best of times. This actually feels quite normal. We're doing Interlagos. A Dubai Autodrome loss. I'm crying. So stupid. It's ridiculous. Oh, God, I'm going to have a heart attack. Right, click the like button, guys. Bang your head against the keyboard. Subscribe and get ready for some F3. Oulton Park's in the Middle East, yeah. That's why there's so much lush sand around the track. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Izzie, for your donation now as it goes off the screen. Thank you for subscribing. Monsieur... What? Monsieur Baguette Builder. Ah, merci beaucoup, Monsieur Baguette Builder. Hang on. Builder's not in French there. Doesn't make any sense. Corona idiot. Thank you. It's nice. That's a nice thought. Oh, look. It's exactly 1 litre per lap. That's awesome. Every track should be 1 litre per lap. That'd be really convenient. Look at that. I don't trust it. Perfect. Ah, thanks, Jeff. Noah Herb, thank you for subscribing. How is Mr. Baguette Builder? He probably works for Subway. Ah, this feels nice. Oh yeah, they've improved this from the last one. They've improved the handling of this. This drives way more like the Automobilista one. Ah, this is awesome. I'm driving badly on purpose, by the way, guys. Ah, Billy. Thanks for racing with us, man. Sorry, I'm still getting used to these cars. You should have driven this. This is awesome. Look at this. Proper... Let's drift it. Ah, see, you should be able to do this in F. This is... proper... This is nice. Oh, too much. Right. Yeah, let's drive it properly. This is awesome. This is spot on. Right, let's drive properly here. So, the P1 car... Yeah, this fit like... So, the old version of this car... the front, like, it felt like the car was rotating in the wrong place. It's got more give to it than the F3 car in AC. Unfortunately, I'd say the brakes on it, you don't get that braking feel that you get in AC. But the actual slip angles of the tyres and the balancing and the counter steer of it's really nice. That braking aspect, if they could just get force feedback in for the braking, that would be really nice. I don't know. I did hear about that. Maybe it is. We'll have to do when we do an AC stream. We'll have to do some more driving of it. I mean, I don't know. I like the AC cars. Seems great to me. But are you able to do some hosting, Izzie? For AC, because I want to do like a proper AC stream soon. Return back home to the land of AC. Yeah, well, I'll do a race series. Yeah, it could be good. See, this has... Oh, okay. That corner's tighter than I was expecting. Are you legitimately sick today, Izzie? You're not allowed to be sick, man. You idiot. What is it about... I mean, I know watching this channel makes people spontaneously vomit onto their monitors. Ah, dude. Guys, everyone cure Izzie through the power of clapping and prayer. And wish Izzie... type hope you get better, Izzie. If everyone thinks it will get better. Because that's how it works. Everyone pray for Izzie. Come on, Izzie well-wish train. That'll make him vomit even harder. he'll be like, oh, oh no, oh look, no, look. Did you see that? That's what I mean. It's as if the collision mesh is actually in front of the car. Thoughts and prayers. There we go. Thoughts and prayers. This has literally probably caused Izzie to die. This is the kind of thing that he hates. Punishment. There you go. We've literally changed the world now. You have a no phones rule in the bedroom. That's a good idea. How much have you had to drink, Jeff? I haven't drunk anything for ages. I don't really like drinking. I've had a craving for beers recently, though. Mostly because I've got a few beers in my fridge, and every time I open up, I'm like, oh, that'd be nice to have. Relationship is toast. Oh, no. I thought you were getting married. I thought you said that I'm going to be guiding you down your wedding aisle on a sim rig with wheels. You and Tia are going to be sat on a 2-seater sim rig, and I'm going to pull you down the middle of the aisle, and then you're going to drive with a direct drive wheel. I thought that's what you said you were doing. That's it. Pretty true, Izzie. It's YouTube life's a one-way relationship of pain and suffering. It's exactly like being married to a woman. The marble dynamics in this are super detailed. David Gossett. The Formula V10 and Monaco in this game in VR. Your perfection. Tia has been taken by the YouTube. You can never compete. Well, that's it. Especially with this pandemic, it's over now. Do you know how many YouTubers that I know, like, they all end up single? Once you get in a... Hang on. You're already in a relationship with the men in suits, so maybe you're safe. The amount of people I know that start YouTube as in a relationship and end up single within like a year. Full-time YouTube is like the instant death of relationships. You've got to become a YouTuber, Jeff, as well. Get a job for the YouTube division. You could maybe you could get a glue a wheel to your face. You became a grandpa yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that are pregnant at the moment and going through that at this point in time. So I appreciate that's you know, family want to see stuff and things, and it's quite awkward. Best thing is though, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the kid's healthy. The kid's healthy, isn't it? I mean, you know, sure it'll be all right. Really though, being a granddad, pretty bad. You old git. You old git. Man, if you're a granddad, you basically, that's it. You can die now. You've succeeded. You've succeeded in the mission of life. Game of muscle power couple. Jeff's too pretty for me. Have you seen his hair? I couldn't. Jeff would be too high maintenance for me. I have to like. I like more practical, you know. I don't think I could take Jeff camping. He'd be like, oh, I've got mud in my hair, and I'd be like, I've got mud on my forehead. Craig Ricky's too old. Oh man. Don't worry, we'll all be old. He's expensive. I think that Tia is the man in their relationship. She's wearing the trousers. Jeff's wearing the miniskirt. He's like, Tia, can I borrow some YouTube money from you so I can get my hair done at the expensive London hairdressers? She's like, no, I keep paying for you to get your hair done. You don't need a haircut every week. Get back in your cupboard. That's why you've got to be careful dating French women. Too hardcore. Time makes fools of us all. Here we go. Got to get a lap in here. I mean, I don't know. All these people getting haircuts. I haven't had a haircut for like paid for one since I was like 24. No, 25. I got my own clippers at 25. That was the last time I paid for a haircut. 300 years it's been. Yeah, so okay, if I was to be critical of the handling of this, because I'm a sim racing miserable bastard that's going to be picky at stuff, I would say the one aspect of the handling of this that doesn't seem right is the braking. The steering input response, the slip angle control and the throttle response are really nice, but the braking, the car seems kind of reluctant to want to be steered on the brake. And I haven't put enough fuel in the car, so that really hampers how fast you can go. Yeah, it does. This definitely has Project Cars 2 braking. That's definitely the case. Is Project Cars 2 braking? Like, if you were to say what aspect of Automobilista 2 is like Project Cars 2, like the braking. Like, the braking is very similar to Project Cars 2 braking. The cars tend to go, if you lock up, the cars just go in a straight line, and it's hard to lean the cars into the corner. The other aspects of their handling isn't like Project Cars 2. DAWG ETR, but the fanboys tell us it's nothing like Project Cars 2. Well, no, there are. It's using the same tyre model. This is the thing. Oh, pixel therapy. Game Muscle, do you reckon Carol did it? I've not seen Tiger King. I need to watch it. A friend of mine was telling me to watch it. I will watch it. It's on Netflix, isn't it? Bloody hell, sorry if that's too loud for you guys. Thank you very much, Pixel Therapy, for that donation. All the way from New Zealand as well. The New Zealand Prime Minister's got a head screwed on. Proper decent Prime Minister, you're lucky. You've got a good Prime Minister. President. Is it Prime Minister or President? I don't know. They call it President. I don't know. Either way, she's like a good leader. Yeah, so there's no like.
What is the motive behind this demand?
Back out,
necessity. Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Zelvin Storm Rage. What did he type? Oh, thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks for the donation. I mean, I enjoy streaming. So, I really enjoy streaming. So, thanks for watching, really. Really appreciate the donation there. I find streaming really fun. Like, it's just fun. So, I'm doing it out of enjoyment. I'm doing it because I'm selfish. I'm not doing it for other people. Prime Minister. Okay, so yeah. This seems to be a problem that people have with lots of issues, in that you have people that go to the extremes. So, with Automobilista 2, the fact is, it doesn't drive. The handling is not Project Cars 2 handling. Like, the cars drive differently to Project Cars 2. But it is still using the Project Cars 2 tyre model, and some aspects are the same as Project Cars 2.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
James lay on the bed next to Jeff and stared into his eyes lovingly. Jeff, I can't believe you left Tia Muesli for me. Not in a million years. Jeff gently caressed GM and smiled. I would wait 1,000,000 years for you. Besides, you're less hairy.
Thank you for the... Why is it always on a bed? Why does it always involve hair? Dear Muesli. Thank you. Yeah, you know. Gather around the Game of Muscle sim racing campfire. There's more to that story. Let's film it and put it on one of the adult websites. We'll make loads of money. Gay community will love it. What a terrible day to have ears. Guys, let's all go to Westminster Bridge. Hang on, there's 283 of us, so if we all cramp together, we can clap on the NHS while spreading COVID to all of each other and possibly killing at least, well, what's the, so let's say 2%, 1% going to ICU, so we can kill 2 people. Let's go on Westminster Bridge, all clamp up together, clap our hands, and kill 2 people to thank the NHS, and that seemed like a rational decision. Right, there we go. Just had to get that out of the way. Get ready for a race here. Jimmy Turbo in first. Joss in second. Quagai third. Legla fourth. Jethro fifth. Let's get ready for a race here. How's AMS2? Raiders, it's still got the netcode issue. But the cars, the P cars, P1 to 4 cars seem really nice. And this F3 car's definitely improved quite a bit. So, yeah. Thank you, Jeff Fangfit, by the way, as well. If I didn't say thank you for the donation there. So, I don't know if I did, I can't remember. Mate, so great that you're living in England. Here your words would have been put out of context and you'd be fine and go to... Where are you, Kitex? Oh, don't worry. I'll probably get put in jail, but, well, you know, whatever. I'll always just say the truth. I don't care. If I was in China, I'd be in an internment camp by now. In fact, I wouldn't talk in China. I'd have tried to sneak across the border to Russia, where I'd be put in a camp. No, if I was in Russia, I'd have an amazingly hot Russian girlfriend, so I wouldn't need to say anything. Right, here we go. We're off. Got to remember to leave space. Whoa, gotta be... Ah, there it is. There it is. And we've been rear-ended as well, but invisible rear-ended. I really like how Reezer have implemented the magnet pumped. Graphics look really nice, and look at the city in the distance. Whoa! City looks really good. I can't remember playing a sim where they've actually modelled the city in the distance properly. It's a good track with this kind of car. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah. Oh, we got a nice... Oh, it's a 3G foam mast, guys. Burn it. Burn it. Burn the foam mast. That should be on fire. They've modelled the wealth inequality, exactly. Most important part of motorsport to capture.
Throttle!
Oh, no.
James gently rubbed his head against Jeff's chest, his bald reflective head generating static sparks as he did so. Their love was electric. Jeff continued, "I'm so glad not to be with a frog. We never made love. She was always on strike, apparently."
Thank you. Thank you for the donation there. Tia actually wears a yellow jersey to bed every night. I saw pictures. Last night, Jeff sent me some photos just as he went to bed with Tia. And all I could see was the yellow reflection of a jersey. You know, I really appreciated the... I mean, I enjoyed the pictures, but I was quite shocked that she was wearing the yellow jersey in bed. But, you know, commitment to the cause and all. Night, Tia. Hope you don't have a hangover. I actually use Jeff's chest to charge up my head, which then I use to charge an electric go-kart, which is what I use to travel. In bed surrounded by plates. Ah dear. Guys, click on Tim Musant's, Tia Muesli's name. Check out their channel. Give her a sub. She's trying to grow a channel. I think by the end of this year we can get Tia. I think she can get to 50,000 subs. Operation T-O takeoff. Yeah, I think it can happen. Grow my channel but kill my relationship. I'm afraid you have to. You have to choose. It's either a relationship with Google or a relationship with a partner. I'm afraid that's the choice you have to make as a YouTuber. Either be a normal person with morals and ethics, or sell your soul to the devil. If it is the YouTube algorithm. I'll give you 50k subs. Here we go. Look at those buildings. Do you know what? I think those buildings would look a lot better with highly flammable plastic cladding put around them. Because that way, the interiors of the buildings could be absolute shit, but the exterior would look nice. So if you live in a richer house nearby, or like you're a Formula 1 driver, you don't have to be subjected to the horrible poverty of the buildings. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Flammable cladding on the buildings? I think it's a good idea. I don't think anything could go wrong with that. Can you put claymores on the pit entry? It's another one of Charlie Whiting's failed ideas. Not Charlie Whiting, Bernie Eccleston. Whoa! Nigel! Just super chatted his $10 dingles. Hang on, I've missed the message there. Here's the thing. You need hair to actually... Bollocks, I missed the corner. To actually need a haircut, sir. Whereas I'm looking like a throwback to the 80s here. Thanks, Nigel. $10 will actually pay for me to get a haircut. You can get a buzz cut for £5 in the UK, in Middlesbrough. Oh, bloody hell, we've lost 7th place. Thank you very much for the support, Nigel. Really, as I say, to everyone else as well. Really do appreciate it. You're bonkers. Whoop. Bernie Eccles cake. Whoa! He's lagging. Who's that in front of me? I miss the north a bit. I need to go back for a day. Whoa! Are we spooning? Spooning ice cream into each other's mouths? Why are these like late night streams so homoerotic? What's this about? Once it passes like 10 PM, the chat... Oh, he's not got enough fuel. The chat turns into some like bizarro homoeroticism obsessed chat room. Well, I mean, it's better to be a gay icon than not an icon. What would a gay desktop icon look like? I'd quite like an Eccles cake as well. But I made cookies, but now I want cake. Jesus Christ, I think I need more rear brake bias. Oh, it's past the watershed. Guys, Oh, I guess a gay icon would be a flag. Yeah. Dom, see, me and Dom are connected. I was literally just thinking that. First of all, it's the Star Wars corner. Now it's the icons. I think me and Dom have become quantumly entangled. Forget Jeff and the spooning. I'm entangled with Dom. Oh dear. Ow. I know. I'm expecting it to bite more on the brakes, but it goes in a straight line. Don't flatter yourself, pal. Well, we're going to come 8th. Can we flip it? Can we flip it? Let's give it a go. Oh! Yes! You can flip it if you just get it right. Whew! No, it's not the brake pressure in Jafaz, because the brakes is doing it regardless of if I'm locking up or not. It's very similar to Project Cars 2 on the brakes, in that sense. Maybe tightening the rear ARB if you can. See if it rolls it in more. Maybe moving the brake bias to the back more would do the trick. Josh smashed it there. Well done, Josh. Well, no, I'm going to call it a night for now because I'm absolutely knackered. And it's 1 in the morning. We didn't finish streaming yesterday till 3, and I didn't get to sleep till like really late. So we will probably resume this tomorrow, I think, or soon, when I'm a bit more awake. But it's been awesome. I've had an awesome night of streaming. With this, with Automobilista, they just need the netcode thing fixed, really, and then I'll be happy with it. That's the only thing really holding it back, I think, from being able to race properly, like, you know, a proper focused race. Everything else is just like little tweaks and stuff, you know. Hey, Raf. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching and taking part, and especially those, you know, guys donating and everything, subscribing, liking. We've got quite a few likes on this one.
Throttle!
Oh,
Jeff
Jesus.
pushed James down on the bed and began to remove his clothes. We're gonna spoon. James. James giggled with sheer glee. First the little spoon. Jeff was confused. I think you've misunderstood. Bend over for the spoon.
Jesus Christ. Thank you for that donation there. Right. See you guys soon. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't and you like to see pictures of sim rigs and stuff. Yeah. We'll do some more Automobilista 2 as well soon. Nice update. Credit time. Hang on, wrong credits. Refresh. Yeah, well, every track's to buy Autodrome in this. It's the best track. Yeah, look after yourselves, guys. Don't go outside. Stay in your sim rig. Put a plastic bag on your face. Don't suffocate. Donations. Mr. West Senior. Mr. West Senior. 56k modem. Mostly Izzie and Chiledog, I think. Super chats. Toby Silverstone. Butcho. Craig Ricketts. Sean Rice. Izzie. Pixel Therapy. Zelvan Storm Rage. Nigel Corinthas. Thank you very much, guys. Subscriptions. New subscribers. I had quite a few new subscribers today. Welcome to the channel. Wheelie Bin Gaming. Graham Spears. Marcel Lopez. Ezekiel Pezzi HQ. Mushaw Baguette Builder. Noah Erb. And Leo Hall. Till the next stream. Good night. Look after yourselves. And goodbye.